Hi you guys, I'm finally sitting down, taking the time to record my YouTube video. Actually, this is my second YouTube video. The first one was a review post, but it was like months ago, like 3 months ago, I think. But it was kind of negative, and I realized that that's not the direction that I want my account to go. I want it to be positive, fun, cozy, just a place that we can come together and talk about all things Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen, movies, snacks, hobbies, but mostly classic novels and period dramas. I want it to be kind of like you can come and unwind after work or before work, a little de-stress. You can make yourself some tea, coffee, your favorite drink, whatever you like. Come together in the comments, talk about favorite period dramas, give each other recommendations. I know for the most part, I watch a lot of movies and things on Tubi because it's free, and I like to promote free streaming services. But I know sometimes if I don't know where things are streaming, then other people can kind of comment and say, hey, we're streaming, here in the UK, or it's streaming here in South America. I just want everyone to be able to, come together, have fun, talk about these movies and shows and classic novels that we really enjoy. And I hope you guys really like it. I want to at least start out posting once a week. It does take a lot with editing, like editing longer form videos. It's a lot of work, y'all. I want to start posting more, and thank you. Thank you to everybody who subscribed so far. Hello, hi, welcome. I am recording this for the first time using the rear camera on my iPhone, so it's weird. So I can't actually see what I'm doing. I'm just looking straight in the camera. And I don't really feel like doing another take on this. So however it comes out is how it's going to come out. Okay, so you guys already know that I love Pride and Prejudice. Absolutely love it. The first time that I read Pride and Prejudice, I was about 14 or 15. The Dallas Public Library, the Central Library in downtown Dallas, they were having their centennial celebration, and they were having a used book sale at the time too. So I remember going to the used book sale, and I got, I think it was the Greater Illustrated Edition of Pride and Prejudice. I'm gonna double check the name. And then I got a copy of Oliver Twist, and it was, the really thick ones that had the illustrations in there. And I remember reading those, both of those. I think it was about like 15 at the time, I think. And I loved them both. Lost those copies due to an apartment fire, and it's my goal maybe to get those copies again. I know Half Price Books may have them, but I do like to, especially nowadays, get used books off of eBay, because most of the time people are just trying to sell them. They don't charge you a shipping fee. So I like to use eBay, thrift books. I do get used books from Walmart now. You go and search on Walmart, and people are selling things through Walmart, kind of like the same way that you can do with Amazon. But to me, they're cheaper on Walmart using that used book service. So those are just some of the used book places that I like to get books from. But back to the story, because I got sidetracked. That was the first time I read Pride and Prejudice. And then at the time we had cable, so it was rare for us to have cable. And I was just watching everything on Turner Classic Movies, everything on Masterpiece Theater, and AMC. And so I was like, oh, Pride and Prejudice is coming on. But it was a 1940s movie, and I watched it. And I remember thinking, what is this? This is not the same book that I just read. Why is everything so different? So I went to the library, looked it up. The librarian recommended the 1995 BBC adaptation. So at the time, I was like 14 or 15. This was like 98, 99-ish, I think. So Pride and Prejudice was on VHS. And they were huge, y'all. They were huge. They were heavy. But I remember taking them home and watching them and just falling in love with that adaptation. So ever since I've seen that adaptation of Pride and Prejudice, I have been in love with it. I've watched other different adaptations. I've watched a 2005 movie And I know a lot of people enjoy it. I try not to say anything negative about the movie because I do have a lot of friends who enjoy the movie, but the movie is not, it's not for me. I don't like it. So I just trying to talk about it. And then I've watched different ones like Pride and Prejudice, loved that one. I watched Pride and Prejudice in Atlanta, which was not Pride and Prejudice, but I still watched it. Like, I just like watching the different adaptations, seeing how they uphold to the novel. I don't know how long this video is going to be. My iPhone, it's saying that I don't have enough storage. I don't have one of those fancy cameras. I'm just going to do this on my phone for now. But quickly, a little bit about me. I am 41. I live in Texas. I have 3 children. I love movies, as you guys can see. Love movies. I enjoy reading as well. Not reading as much as I used to, but hey, that's okay. I am gaming way more. My youngest, who is 10, she is really into gaming, and so I game with her to monitor her online, to be that friend in the game so she's not friending weirdos online. So we've been gaming a lot. We are currently I'm still reading One Dark Window, which I started like in January. I just started reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone with my youngest. She is enjoying it so far. We love the movies. So that's what we're doing reading wise. So reading wise, I will read books from most genres. I prefer classic literature, but I also do like middle grade novels. I enjoy reading some young adult. I won't really say that it's my top genre. When I first joined Bookstagram, I think around 2020, 2019, it was everywhere. So I started reading a lot of the books that were popular at the time, and I think I burnt myself out of them because it's not really my top choice. Plus, I feel like a lot of the plots are similar. So I do enjoy classic literature. I always have watched period dramas. I think I've been solo on that like my whole life. Like, nobody else in my family really enjoyed watching them. So I think that's why I am eager to start this channel, so that I have a place to talk to people about my love of period dramas, classic literature, snack pairings with tea. I'm really big on Earl Grey tea. I kind of not intentionally cut coffee out of my diet, but it just ran out and I just never bought it. So I don't want to go back to buying it and feeling like I need to drink such and such many cups a day. I do still have a caffeine addiction. I'm not gonna lie. I drink a lot of tea and I do get energy drinks every now and then. So I think I'll be doing like pairings of tea with different snacks and just exploring what I really want to do for my content. Mostly movies or period dramas and classic literature, if you guys stick around. And I know this first video will be a little bit awkward, but hey, practice makes better. I'm not gonna say perfect because I think perfect should be just a word that's just omitted from the language. Nothing is perfect, nothing ever will be. I know with social media, people like to project perfection. I think that's just like the worst thing. And I saw that in a podcast. The guy said the projection of perfection is the real issue. So we're just gonna come here. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna unwind. We're gonna get snacks. We're going to talk about the things that we're excited for: crocheting, gaming, books, period dramas. And I hope you guys stick around. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for all the follows so far on here and on IG. I don't know how YouTube is with you mentioning other platforms, but I hope you guys stick around and